Hi everybody, we have a Labradoodle puppy video for you today. This video is a litter update for the medium Australian Labradoodle puppies from the Calico Quilt litter at Isle Doodles. Hi, I'm Claire, and in today's video we are going to tell you a little bit about each one of these puppies who have just turned 4 weeks old, and we're going to give you a little bit of an update on Mama Callie here, and we're going to talk a little bit about leaving your puppy alone and why we crate train our puppies. So let's start with Callie. Callie's doing such a great job as a mom. This is her first litter, but you'd never know it. You'd think that she had had puppies at least 2 or 3 times before and knew exactly what she was supposed to be doing. She just does a wonderful job all the time. And she's realized now that these little Labradoodles are 4 weeks old, that we are getting close to the time when we are going to start weaning them, right, baby? And she is less in with the puppies now than she was before, and she's starting to move out and see them from a distance and spend more time with us. So now Callie will come into the house, and she'll be quite happy to stay in the house with us for up to an hour. She always knows exactly when she needs to go back and check on everyone, and she gives us a little woof when it's time to do that. And Callie has a very athletic build. She's a big girl. She is actually our largest dog, and she has no problems jumping in and out of the X-pen. So what she does is she just jumps in and out at will whenever she figures she should be in with the puppies, and back out again when she thinks she shouldn't be. So it's pretty easy care for us. And when she jumps out and she's decided it's time to come visit, she jumps out, she barks, and we let her in, and she hangs out with us, she plays, and when she thinks it's time to go back in, she goes to the door, gives us her I think it's time to go back in look, and if we haven't noticed, she gives us a little woof, and she goes back in. So she's outside lots now. She's playing, she's chasing the ball, which has not made Ripple very happy, because Ripple does not like to share the ball game with anybody. And she's not sleeping at all, or not all night with the puppies any longer. She's in and out. So next week, when the puppies turn 5 weeks old, then we will take her out permanently, and at night. We won't have her in with the puppies, and she'll only go in for designated times. And because she can jump in and out on her own, she just left now, but Reynolds let her out. Because she can get in and out on her own, we'll have to segregate her and keep her away from the puppies in order for weaning to be successful. The puppies are doing great with the solid food. They've all got that figured out now. They all really enjoy eating the solid food. And when we get down to doing their weights, you'll see that they're having no problem gaining weight and continuing to grow really nicely. Now, the one thing I want to talk about today is alone time for puppies. So we already have talked about the fact that Callie's not with them all the time, and that is their first experience with alone time. And that just means they're with each other, of course, but they're alone because they don't have their mom. And for these puppies right now, it's getting to be a bit of a tie between who they like better, me, Reynolds, and Taylor, or Callie. And at the moment, Callie's still the one that gets top marks from these little guys. But by next week, that will have shifted, so it's not quite so much of a tie anymore, and will have a slight edge over Callie. And then by the time the puppies are 7 weeks old, then will be their sole focus and their sole comfort. The only place they go for love and comfort and security will be us, because Callie will have gone home. Callie's going home the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. That's Canadian Thanksgiving. So they will be on their own here with us for a few weeks before they go home with you. So the first step in alone time is they are on their own. They can't see their mom, they can't smell their mom, they can't hear their mom, and we are not present either. They are puppies on their own, just with their litter mates. And then what happens next after that is for any of the puppies who are in Head Start, we start to teach them even more about being alone and how to successfully transition on their own from our home to yours without that being some big scary event. So we get them used to being on their own. We take them one by one into the house with us. They spend time with us on their own. They come into the home office with us, and they start learning their crate training on their own. They start off doing their crate training in pairs, and then as that becomes successful, we move them off into individuals. Now, if your puppy's not in Head Start, they will stay with the group when the others are being separated, and they'll do their crate training as a group, but they won't do it as an individual. And then we'll move on from there to doing the things that each of you have asked us to address specifically with your puppy when we're doing the Head Start program. And then everything that we do in Head Start, of course, is all part of the Puppy Starter Kit, so that it all flows from one to the other, and it's a really super easy transition from our house to your house. And everybody has a much higher chance of being really successful with that transition. So the other thing that's happening with the puppies now is they are starting to play with each other, figure out who's who in the pack and where they belong in this group, and toys. Toys have become much more important to them. They're starting to do quite a good bit of teething. These puppies are quite advanced. They are ahead of the normal curve in terms of everything that they're doing. So they have been playing with toys for a little while, but now we see them playing with them even more, and especially in terms of chewing. The little tan color girl's telling me a sad story. Is that right? Oh, you're kidding. Oh my goodness. Oh, and what she's telling me is that she wishes that Callie was back here and that she could continue to nurse. So that's fine. We understand what she's doing. So I almost dropped her there. And we recognize that. And so that is something that we address, and we spend more time with her focusing on that. The other thing that's going on is they're playing with each other. As you can see here, Pink and Dark Blue are playing. Dark Blue's on top of Pink, trying to establish which one of them is going to be the boss of that little play fight they're doing. You can hear the growls and the little barks now. Hi Pink, how are you doing? And they all are working out who's who in the group. You can see Blue there's trying to convince Yellow that he is superior to Yellow, and he'll continue to go along and do that with each of them when he's in the mood to do that. They'll all do that with one another until they figure out, oh, okay, you're the one who's tougher than I am, and so on and so forth. Yeah, that's what you're doing, right guys? Yeah, you're all figuring it out. And little tan collar girl, because it was crying a little bit there for Callie, all we did was take a minute here, put her in between our legs to give her some security, a little bit of a resemblance of a nest, pet her a bit, and now you see she's moving off on her own. So this is something really important to remember for the future when you have your own puppy, is just to be able to understand what they're saying to you, understand what they're asking, what they need from you, and then be able to supply it to them. So, oh, there's a big rough. You can hear how tough these guys are. I mean, what a bark that is. The other thing is the puppies have all been wormed, and they are having their claws cut on a regular basis. So again, when they go home to you, one of the things that they'll be very familiar with is having their feet touched like this, inside their, in between every toe. They'll be very familiar with being held upside down. And you can see that tan collar girl is like, yeah, whatever, Mom, I don't want to do that right now. Just handled in all sorts of ways. And the other thing the puppies are doing is they're learning all about traffic sounds, chainsaws, washing machines, you name it, they're getting exposed to a whole lot of sounds. For the puppies who are in Head Start and where noise is something that someone has pointed out as something they would like their puppy to be very comfortable with, then we will take those puppies and take them for rides on our lawn tractor. It makes a lot of noise, and that's a great way to desensitize them if you have a puppy that's going to be around big equipment of any sort. Puppies who live in condos and are in Head Start, we will have the puppy, say, in our family room here, we'll open and close this door, then we'll leave this door open and close the doors down the hall. We'll have this door closed. We'll have people going up and down the stairs, walking up and down the hall speaking, so that the dog becomes familiar with that and realizes that there's nothing going on. It's not part of my life. And they don't become upset about it or bark when you take them into your condo situation. So that's what's going on with these kids this week. They are a really nice group of puppies. They're generally very quiet so far. Yeah, we hear them barking, of course, but they don't whine at us too much. They haven't learned the going outside yet. We'll do going outside after we have our puppy family visit, which is coming up on October the 1st, I believe it is. So very soon, next week, when they're 5 weeks old. Now you see Tan there again. Tan is getting a lot of attention today. If you notice, I'll see if I can get her to do it again. When I went to do this on her head, she ducked her head. So we don't want her doing that. People often, when they first meet a dog, they'll come up to the dog, they'll do this, or they'll do this. Both of these things are extremely frightening and unsettling for a dog. You can imagine if you're short and down on the ground and there's this big person and they've got this giant hand and they're putting it in your face and you're like, what the heck? Because dogs don't sniff one another's paws to get to know each other. They sniff their bumps. Now, if you came up and offered your bum, that might be a better option. But since we don't usually do that as people, what you want to do is approach the dog. You want to get down on the dog's level, and then you take your hand, I'm going to hold her over here, and you go under and to the side. That is not scary. Coming up and going like this, shoving your hand in their face, over top of them to try and pet them, those are fearful things to a dog. So always underneath to the side, and you're down at the dog's level. And ideally you're going to wait and let the puppy come to you, or the adult dog. You're not going to be going rushing in. So when you're out with your puppy and you encounter people who, of course, want to pet your adorable puppy and they want to talk to your puppy, just ask them to wait for a sec. Just tell them that. Just show them. Give them a little demo. Most people are totally unaware of that and think the appropriate thing is to offer their hand for sniffing. So just tell them, and people are really interested to learn that, and they're almost always cooperative. If they're not cooperative, Kelly, stop that. Kelly, get down. Kelly is trying to decide that she's going to quilt today. She's just got over in the back there and she's trying to jump up onto my quilting table. One thing about Kelly is she's very athletic, and so you do have to be aware of things that she can get into that regular dogs cannot reach or get into. So she just jumped over the X-Pen back there and into my quilting area. It's fine with me, she's back there, except for I have lots of pins and I have rotary cutters that are very sharp, and we certainly don't want her to be in there and hurting herself. So maybe she could go outside, Reynolds, I think might be even better. I don't think she wants to see the babies, so we'll pop her outside. The other thing that's going on with the puppies is, before I finish about the head thing, so when we have a puppy who does this when someone's coming towards their head, because that happens so often with people, we work really hard for them to get used to this type of thing. Just because for sure this is going to happen to your dog. So we try to desensitize them to that, and just by doing that and making sure that they know nothing bad happens. The other thing that's happening with these puppies, and you can see it really well on Pink Collar Girl here. I'm just going to take her ID collar off here so you can see it even more, is their coats are lifting. Just look at this little girl's coat and how it is all coming up. So when their coat starts to come off their body like this, that is called lifting. And that's how we get those beautiful, full, fluffy Australian Labradoodle coats. Just gorgeous. So Pink Collar Girl has got a really good example going on. It almost always starts on the ruff like hers, and then down on the side of the body so that they look like they are having a really bad hair day there. Sorry, you're not having a bad hair day, are you? Because you're just beautiful. There we go. Good girl. So you'll see some of them will have the coat lifting. This puppy here is 2. Who are you? Purple Collar. This is coming up a lot on Purple Collar. A little bit here on Yellow Collar starting to happen. Dark Blue's got it going on. Here on, see, there's tan color. Just again, when I went towards her face there, she gave a little, so we'll be working on that a bit with her. Tan color, you can see it's coming up a bit on her too. Love that gleaming, shiny coat. Also on light blue. And just about everybody's got something going on. It's happening with everyone now. Yeah, what are you doing? Are you trying to get a little bit of my finger in there, Yellow? Personality-wise, it's a bit early to say too much, and puppies' personalities at this age change within 24 hours. Today we could say, oh, Tan Collar was worried about my hand on her head, and Pink was the boss of the litter. Let's just say that's what's going on. Tomorrow I could go up to Tan and do this, and she'd be totally fine, and Pink Collar might be the one who was getting picked on by everybody. So too soon to tell anything definitive about temperament, but we are watching and we are making notes and keeping in mind what's going on so that when we do our allocation day, we know, we have a really good idea of what these puppies are all about. So now let's give you a little update on their weights. And we're going to do that all in birth order. And the first puppy born in this litter is our handsome yellow collar man. So this little guy is a chocolate phantom, just like his mom. He doesn't have quite as strong phantom markings as his mom does, but you can see them quite nicely on his chest there with his little bit of white. Very nice head and face on this little boy. A handsome little dude, aren't you? Yes, you are. And yellow collar currently weighs 1.77 kilograms. So we are getting very close to that 2 kilogram mark already, and only 4 weeks old. Oh my goodness, these are going to be generous sized puppies. That's yellow collar. And next, excuse me, Purpy, I can't quite see through you. That's a good girl, thank you. Or boy, rather. Is Pink Collar. Oh, you were telling me that it was your turn. You knew, did you? Pink Collar girl is our beautiful tri girl. Now, when you look at her and I say she's a tri, lots of people go, what? How could she be a tri? Well, it's because she is a hidden phantom. I know she's a phantom because of the chits above her eyebrows where you can see they're copper. Hello, my beauty queen. And on the side of her face where she isn't white, you can also see those phantom markings and under her tail. So this girl is both a party and a phantom. Very special girl, yes. And this is the biggest girl, biggest dog in the litter. This Miss Pink Collar girl, guess what she weighs? 2.32 kilograms. Not only is she 2 kilograms, but she's over 2 kilograms. She is one solid puppy. She is very good at eating out of the dish. You can tell she's getting lots of groceries there. And also, I just want to point out on her coat here, she has a new spot that's developed. So she's going to have dark chocolate in this part of her body as well. So on her face, in the middle of her body, and at the back of her body. And who knows, as time goes on, we might find yet another mark. Excuse me, little baby. Next we have Blue Collar. And Blue Collar is, I think, maybe over here. Yes, Blue Collar's the smallest puppy in the litter. It often happens we have the biggest and the smallest right next to each other in birth order. And this little sweetheart is also a tri, but a more traditional looking tri, where you can really see his phantom markings. He has very beautiful, strong copper markings, a lot on the side of his face, very strong on the eyebrows, the legs, and then the white you see on his face, under his chin, and he has it on his chest too. And if I remember rightly, I think we have, yep, we do. We have that beautiful little white tipped tail, and of course the white tipped feet. So this little guy is a little fella, but oh my goodness, he has personality to spare. I always know where you are. I think it's partly because he's got that white on this side of his face, so he sort of shows up. It's his little spotlight. And Mr. Blue is 1.73. So I expect you will also be 2 kilograms next week. Oh, thank you for the kiss. This puppy is very sweet, a gentle sweetie pie, just a little love. There you go. That's my good boy. Next is Green Collar. Green, 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 green. Here we are. Give me a green. Hello, baby. Hi. Come and show all the people how pretty you are. Oh, what a handsome dude you are. Oh, yes. Now, this is also a phantom, but this is a black phantom. Now, one thing that's really interesting with the difference between these two patterns, the base coat color with black, when you have phantom, you'll see those phantom tan points for longer than you will in the chocolate ones. The chocolate ones tend to mush together a bit because chocolate tends to lighten quite a bit quite quickly, whereas the black tends to stay quite black, and so these copper highlights really show up throughout the puppy's lifetime. But who cares what you look like? It's what you're like inside. Green collar boy at the moment is a little bit of a gentle guy, a little bit more reserved than the other puppies. Definitely not the leader of the pack by any means whatsoever. Very soft, gentle personality. At least that's what we got going on this week. And Mr. Green, oh my goodness, everybody's always on my book. How can I see through you? Yeah, excuse me, light blue. Mr. Green is 1.89 kilograms, almost at the 2 kilogram mark as well. There you go, sweet boy. There, everything okay? There you go, good boy. What a good boy, yeah. Brrr, that's my guy. Next, we have Tan Collar Girl. Not you, we already saw you. Tan Collar Girl, it's your turn again. Come on, Angel. Can you come over? Hi. That's a good girl. Oh, no, that's light blue. Sorry. You were right there in front of me and telling me you were nibbling on my fingers. I was looking at your brother instead of you. Oh, silly mummy. What is silly mummy? Come here. Let's hold on to you properly so you're comfortable. This is my favorite color. Jet black, all black. And I just love this little girl's head. I think I have a soft spot for this little girl because she can be a little bit quieter and she's just a little sweet, gentle soul. I just think that inside and out, this is such a pretty little puppy. Yeah, just a little love. Love the way she's put together. She has an absolutely gorgeous head for an Australian Labradoodle. Couldn't be nicer. But you can see she is a snuggle bug, a quiet one. She's very orientated towards people. She loves to be in your lap, and look at the gleam in her coat. Then see, she was doing that little thing where she didn't like me doing this with her ears. You see how that making her uncomfortable? That's the kind of body language that you want to be aware of and understand and be looking for, so you know what's going on with your dog and what you're telling them. So with her, I'm just going to spend more time on her ears this next week, making sure her whole face is comfortable being touched. And Tan Collar Girl is 1.82 kilograms, so she is a nice, chunky, solid girl. And very handily, we have Mr. Purple here. Mr. Purple, who weighs so much I can hardly lift him up. Right, buddy? Hi, how you doing? He's another one of these chocolate phantoms like Mama Callie is. His tan points are very prominent as well. Really a nice copper color. Nice little puppy. He tends to be quite outgoing and gregarious. He's not afraid to see if he can be assertive and get up farther in the group, but he doesn't use his size as in any way that is unfriendly or not nice to the other dogs. I don't think he has any idea that he is one of the biggest dogs. He's the second biggest puppy at 2.2 kilograms. And last but not least, we have Light Blue, who I was mistaking for Tam before. Light Blue is just coming over here. Come here. Hi. Hi. How's it going? How's it going? Come here. Here we go with Mr. Light Blue. Mr. Light Blue is our black leaked phantom, or weak phantom, whatever we want to call him. I like leaked better than weak. And you can just see, if you look very closely, you can see his tan points on his eyebrows there. His paws are kind of backwards. The tan points are more on the inside rather than up his leg here. You can see them a little bit more on his hind legs, and you can, of course, see them in the phantom markings in his vent area. And now he looks like he's getting a little insulted that I said you was a leaked phantom, but he's just like his papa. Tig is exactly marked almost identically. Tig has the phantom markings, but they're not particularly prominent. And indeed, when Tig was little, I didn't even realize he was a phantom for a while. So it's very similar to light blue, how those markings are becoming more dominant now that he's older. So there you see $10 girl. She's backing up and barking. She's barking at Pink here. So even though she was telling us she didn't like her head being touched, she's not a shy dog at all. She's quite willing to challenge Pink and tell her, hey, you may be the biggest, but I'm still going to take you on if I want to. Yeah, we heard you. Yeah, what else you got to say? Light blue collar is 1.95 kilograms. So really we could round him up and say he's 2. But so everybody's doing really well. We're either at 2 or very close to 2 kilograms. That's an amazing size for puppies that are 4 weeks old. I keep saying that because we don't have very many larger medium litters. We have more small, mediums, and minis. So I'm not used to them weighing quite this much at this age. And there's a brilliant job. What a good puppy. Yay! Peed right on the pee pad. Went to it intentionally and peed right on it. Good job. Yay! And then you see how Tan comes. Now they all are coming, not quite all of them, but a large number of them because they're responding to that reward. And that's great. This is unusual at 4 weeks for them to put 2 and 2 together and figure out that, yay, good puppy, yay, is something that they're looking for. Normally you don't get a result from that until they're closer to 5, 6 weeks old. And that's part of the reason why we don't start training and teaching the puppies anything until they're about 6 weeks old, because they're just too little. They can't understand it all, and we don't want to overwhelm them and think that it's not fun. Hi, good job, baby girl. What a good job. Yeah, what a good job. Oh, that's a good girl. What a good puppy. Say hi to everybody. So that's our update for this week. We hope you all enjoyed it, and that you enjoy keeping up with knowing what the puppy's progress is, what they're doing, where they're at developmentally. If you have any questions at all, please post them in the comments. I'm always happy to answer them as best I can, and I love to talk about Labradoodles. It's my favorite topic. So thanks so much for watching this week, and we hope we see you again next week when it's the puppy family visit. We do not do a litter update video, but we'll be back again for the 6-week update before you know it. Thanks so much for watching.